My brother trashed my reputation, so I made sure. His boss found out his darkest secret. For as long as I can remember, my older brother Eric has been the golden child. He was the one who could do no wrong, while I was always in his shadow. But the worst part? Eric didn't just bask in his glory, he made sure I stayed down. Whether it was spreading rumors about me at school or sabotaging my friendships, Eric thrived on making me the scapegoat. I thought things would change once we became adults, but boy, was I wrong. Eric had always been the family favorite, and my parents excused his behavior, saying, "That's just how Eric is." By the time we were in our late 20s, Eric was working a high-paying job at a tech company, and I had just started my small business, a cafe I dreamed of owning for years. Eric couldn't stand that I was finally doing something successful. At every family gathering, he'd make snide comments about how cafes are doomed to fail, or how I wasn't smart enough to handle finances. I ignored him, but things escalated when he started spreading lies to our extended family. Eric told them I had stolen money from my parents to open the cafe and implied I was hiding financial problems. The worst part? People believed him. My own aunt called to lecture me, saying I needed to apologize for using my parents. My parents were upset too, even though I hadn't taken a dime from them. I was livid, but I tried to brush it off. That is, until Eric took things a step further. He found my cafe's Yelp page and wrote a scathing review under a fake name, calling the place dirty, overpriced, and saying I had terrible customer service. The review gained traction, and I started noticing fewer customers. It hurt my business badly, and I knew it was Eric behind it. Enough was enough. I decided it was time for Eric to face the consequences of his actions. Eric always bragged about his job, how he was indispensable to his boss and was constantly getting promotions. But I knew something Eric didn't want anyone else to know. He was hiding a huge secret. A few years ago, Eric got his hands on some insider information about a merger his company was planning. He used that information to invest in the company's stock before the announcement went public. He'd bragged about it to me back then, calling it a victimless crime since no one would ever find out. But I remembered every word. I started collecting evidence. First, I searched for any digital traces of Eric's stock purchase. Thanks to a few old emails he'd sent me bragging about his big win, I had proof of the exact trades he made. I cross-referenced it with the dates of the company's announcement and their stock surge. Then I put it all together in a neat little document. But I didn't stop there. I wanted to make sure Eric couldn't weasel his way out of this. I found his boss's professional email and sent the evidence directly to him. I explained that I was concerned about unethical behavior and thought the company should know. It didn't take long for the fallout to begin. A week later, Eric showed up at my cafe, furious. He yelled at me in front of customers, accusing me of ruining his life. Apparently, his boss confronted him, and the company launched an investigation. Eric was suspended while they dug deeper, but it was clear he wouldn't be coming back. My parents called me later that day, saying I had gone too far. They accused me of being petty and claimed I had overreacted. I calmly explained that Eric's lies and sabotage had nearly ruined my business. If he hadn't pushed me so far, I wouldn't have felt the need to expose the truth. Eric lost his job and struggled to find another one in his field. Word had gotten out about what he'd done, and no one wanted to hire someone with a reputation for unethical behavior. He even had to move back in with my parents, who were suddenly a lot less sympathetic when they had to deal with his entitled attitude every day. As for me, my cafe bounced back. I explained the situation to my loyal customers, and they left glowing reviews to drown out Eric's fake one. Business improved, and I learned an important lesson. I didn't need to let Eric keep tearing me down. Eric tried to destroy my reputation, but in the end, he only destroyed his own. And honestly, I don't feel bad about it one bit. So, what do you think? Was it right for me to go this far?